Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to talk about which charms you should be crafting on day 1 of Drure's Trials. So we have the Marksman treasure and you're going to see from the recommended formations a lot of them are going to be using Zanie as Supreme Plus. So if you have Zanie built, you should have no issue of clearing all the way up to floor 5 for maximum sweeping rewards. If your Zanie is not a Supreme Plus, I have a team I'm going to show you right now on the screen, but as you can see it is using Supreme Plus on all of the other heroes, namely also Brian with that Supreme Plus skill upgrade. So yeah, I mean, it could be difficult for people to reach floor 5, but this is just an alternative option, and maybe you can check the record formations later in the day if there are any other teams which are working with the lower ascension Zanie, but this one did work with the legendary Zanie, so I did want to show that. Okay, either way, you want to try to clear as high as you can. If you're not able to clear right now, I would wait until later in the day if another record formation comes out, and to check just the record formations, you can go into the details of the stage and look at all of these, but also in the battle itself, you can also do it. So when you are done for the day, basically, then you want to do your sweep attempts at the highest floor you've cleared to, and then you're going to be getting the sweep loot. So there's going to be two things you're going to get, Marksman and Rogue. And if you clear to floor 5, you're going to get 600 of each in the 6 sweeps you do. And you're also, for the first clear, you're going to have some more bonus Marksman. So now, basically, if you clear to floor 5, you're going to have enough to craft 2 full charm sets, one for Marksman, one for Rogue. So now we're going to talk about which are the recommended heroes. So for Marksman, there's actually not a major priority other than Zanie. If you have Zanie built, we have seen that she's in the best team for Blightshroom, Dream Realm boss, and she's also in the second best team for Thalassa. So Zanie is the most meta Dream Realm hero of all the heroes here. So I'm going to be crafting Zanie's charms. However, if your Zanie is not built, for example, if your Zanie is at like for example legendary or lower ascension, then obviously you do not want to craft Zanie charms. It's better to craft another set. And so people have done different things. If you have a Brian Supreme Plus with the upgrade, he's used a lot in AFK stages, so you can upgrade Brian's charms. Otherwise, if you want to go for Bonnie for PvP, you can do that. But those are really, yeah, there's just really not a major priority. Odie is not in any top Dream Realm team currently, so that is basically gonna be the thing. So yeah, it's basically Zanie, but you can consider some of the other marksmen. There's just not really that many good options for marksman class. Now for the rogue class, there's a lot of good options, but the most important one is Ravion. If you have Ravion built like Mythic Plus or above, then you should go for Ravion's charms, because he's gonna be in the best Dream Realm team for 3 to 4 of the bosses. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft all of these right now, because he's the major priority. And both of these Marksman and Rogue charms, you can check them, but these will both give you attack. So the bonus attack is going to help their damage output, and even like the buff that Ravion applies to allies in Dream Realm. Now, if you don't have Ravion built, the other good options are Sinbad. He is used in Necrodraken potentially if you don't have Ravion built, and he can be used in some other bosses, but not necessarily the overall top. Pheromore also sometimes is used in Sigmund as a buffer, we're going to see tomorrow. So Sinbad, Pheromore are both decent options, and even Shakir, because today in Nocturne Judicator, Shakir is in the best team, and if you give Shakir charms, they're going to boost his attack. That's going to increase his own damage slightly. Yeah, so Shakir eventually, everyone will want to get done, but like it isn't the highest priority. I would probably go for Sinbad or Pheromore first, and then Shakir later. Saida is in King Croker. If you're using her in the top team, then yes, you could get her charms, but her damage output is not really one of the... She's a minor damage dealer in that. It's mainly Shamira dealing the damage, so I wouldn't really recommend Saida until very late in the game. But then it would maybe also help a bit in AFK stages, so eventually that as well. Okay, so that is going to be it for basically the Marksman and Rogue treasure. Now you're going to notice I have 600 Universal Essence, because if you go to your season quest after you've cleared to floor 5, if you manage to do that, then you're going to get these one-time basically Universal Essence rewards, which I already have claimed, and that gave me 600 of these golden essences, and these are universal. They can be used on any hero, but the thing is, do not use it now. The reason you don't want to use it now is because, for example, the first thought was Shamira. Shamira is the most important hero, especially in the early game, to get the charms on. It's going to boost her attack. It also gives her haste, her charms, which are really good for her. However, the thing is, tomorrow we have Tank, and I think along with Tank will be Mage, because you see the rotation here. Marksman is along with Rogue, and Tank will be along with Mage, and Warrior will be along with Support. And Mage Mage, the only key one you really want is Chimera, and we can just get that done tomorrow, and we can save our Universal Essence for another hero. So you just want to be really careful with your essences, only making the optimal decisions, because if we look at all the mages here, it's just Chimera that you want. Everyone else, like, I mean, I don't know, Tossie maybe for AFK stages, and then you have Siren for PvP, but it's just really all Chimera. So we can just save for our sweep tomorrow. With those 600, we'll just get Chimera done. And as for the tank, I haven't even really thought that far ahead for the tank, but it would, I don't know, tank also, these charms, they don't give any offensive stats. Like, Damon wouldn't be bad, but they just give defensive stats, which are pretty much useless. So, like, tank will not be a major priority for Dreamrealm. So anyway, guys, there we have it for the Jura Trials priority. Hopefully this is helpful. If there's any other team that worked for you to clear up to floor 5, please let us know in the comment section. That would be greatly appreciated. But apart from that, good luck with everything. You can wait for later in the day. Maybe another record formation comes out. Also, as time goes on and your resonating level goes higher, you're going to have an easier job of doing this, because your resonating level is going to apply to this treasure. As you see here, it is going to go in. And so, for example, when you get to a higher level, maybe at the end of the day, you might have a bit of a better chance as well. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.